Shrutismritipurānānām Ālayam Karunalayam Namāmi Bhagavatpādam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Gokarastvandhakaro Vai Rukarastanivartakaha Andhakara Nirodhitvat Gururitya Vidhiyate Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Unearthing the gems within you. A very mysterious title. Because to unearth the gems from within, we need to know where they are sitting. Whether they are in the kidneys or the liver, pancreas, heart. A very big mysterious question. Well, if there is one thing that we are all blessed with, being born to this great Vedic civilization, most of us, a civilization that carries for thousands of years in its womb, in its spine, a great spiritual tradition, which, yes, not only unearths the mysteries of the nature of the soul, but it also unearths the mysteries of the universe, of the cosmic being, and thus giving us a great, great master key to really open up a great big dimension of who we truly are. This spiritual tradition, the Vedic tradition, talks about a basic framework of understanding what our life is all about, what our pursuits are all about, what is it that we are really looking for in life. I've asked this question before. Wherever I go, I want to make sure the human beings from different civilizations Are we all moving towards a fundamental, basic search, fulfilling something very basic, something very organic, which is universal to all of us? Or is it that people of different civilizations look for different types of ends in life? A question which I always have, and so I put the question out to my audience. Just to be sure that we are all on the same page when we begin. And this question is, really, we are hardworking as we are, trained as we are to become achievers, people of success. What is that one thing, if I were to ask you, that you are really, really looking for in life? Yeah? What would you say? A basic, organic search from within. Just that one thing that I am looking for in life, in my relationships, in my job, in all the money making, in all my search, what is it that I am looking for? What would you say? Nothing? Huh? Peace. Peace. Basic peace. Basic happiness. All this search, all that I do, all my education, all my pursuits have only one driving force. And that driving force is, the search is for happiness. Here is where our spiritual tradition comes into the picture. Telling us, hey, while you are searching, please be clear. When you're looking for a goal, a destination, make sure your map is right. Google is giving you right directions. You're on the right path. You're not off track, right? And so this search for happiness, we are asked to inquire into. The whole spiritual tradition is nothing but a basic inquiry into, let us look at where is it you are searching for your happiness, it asks. Well, I'm searching where I have been told to search. A good education, a good job will take care of my happiness, really? Which is that good job that took care of your peace? In fact, a job is something that created the most stress in my life, especially in Singapore. The most stressful part of my life is my job. Okay, then stay without job. Be jobless. That is worse. I can't live with the job. I can't live without the job. Hey, what is your problem? Well, this job that is supposed to give me peace, it does anything but that. Oh, okay. Maybe one aspect you didn't make it. But how about people say relationships bring a lot of peace and happiness? How are you doing with your honey, your beloved? Don't even ask. Another source of stress, right? Another source of tension, another source of stress. Okay, let me keep that aside. What about that apartment you bought the other day? Few months ago, how are you doing in your new place? Oh, that was a real disaster, Wherever I turn, I find there is some bigger challenge standing in front of me. All this search, all this looking for peace, looking for some security, something that will help me anchor in a certain joy that can last me for some length of time. And I find this happiness is one thing that simply evades me, Simply evades me. By the time I catch the happiness, what happens? Something else pops up, I worked for 5 years to earn, to buy that Audi car, I just wanted to have that. And 3 months before I bought, my brother-in-law bought ahead of me. Everything he's ahead of me. Whatever I want, he gets it before me. How can this car bring me that joy that I should have otherwise? You find your neighborhood, your relations, the people. Hey, where is this source of my joy? That happiness, that peace. Have any of us finally identified the source yet? Have I identified my source? If you had, there would have been hundreds behind you by now. We are all in that search. The challenge is the search is not for an ordinary happiness. What I call ice cream happiness. Ice cream happiness we all have. A movie happiness we all enjoy. A Chinese dinner happiness who doesn't have in Singapore? We all have our sources, but they are all so short-lived. 20 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, ennadu. How can this really sustain me? This is not possible. This is something wrong. My very search seems to carry some missing link here. How do you know? Well, I don't know now, but after years, after 25 years of my married life, and changing 5 countries, and having 15 jobs, and 7 children, I am still looking. I am still in my search. Well, now what should I do next? No problem. Start searching for Swamis and Swaminis. That's one thing you have not done so far. Maybe there is some master key they are bringing with them. They seem to be talking about a language different from the messages, the commercials, that your society, hung for you, calling you, enticing you, ajao, ajao, come to me, come to me. You went for this, that, the other. But now you have gained a certain, dispassion. You've begun to recognize the limitations. You thought when you were unmarried, marriage would take care of it. Once married, somebody said, children will, let the first child come, everything will be okay. I had 3 after that, and still nothing was okay. It goes on, and therefore, what is the answer to this search for peace and happiness? What is the answer to this search for peace and happiness? in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna begins his teachings by saying, you know something, this search which you have, this search itself is illegitimate. This search for happiness is because of a conclusion, what? That you are not a happy person. Whatever you have is not enough, is it not? Whatever you have is not enough to make you happy today. Today. And therefore you believe, you have a belief system that tomorrow this situation will make you happy. You have a belief that that job will bring you the peace. You have a belief that marriage will take care of it. You have a belief that once you have $1 million in your account, you will be fine. All these beliefs that you have, which is supported by your society, which is supported by your family, which is supported by what? People influencing you, your friends. Well, let's go to Hawaii and look, when we surf on those waves, oh, you're on top of the world. Others say, why go to Hawaii? I'll give you the right thing. You just sit in your house and poke, avlada. That will take care of, will give you equal high. Different people entice me with different possibilities. Possibilities for that peace, possibilities for that happiness. And so my search is on. My search is on. And this search takes two broad categories called the search for securities. When I search for securities, the hope is, at the end of it, I will be a happy person. Securities, so much money in the account, a summer home, a winter home, a home in America, a home in Dubai, of course, one in Singapore, one flat in Nana Nani in Coimbatore, you know, for my old age. It is all securing my future, hoping that these things will give me some peace. Others use another framework. They are on a very focused search for fulfilling karma desires. A desire means I'm finished. A desire is a source of restless energy, is it not? Restless energy. You cannot keep a desire in your heart and be at peace. How can you? An unfulfilled desire is like a ghost, you know, hounding you all the time. Unless and until it is fulfilled, unless that desire you become one with, you know, the desire is fulfilled. Ice cream seeing in the shop doesn't make you happy, only when it sits on my tongue. Then comes the ananda. I must become one with my fulfilling of my desire. And therefore I find one after another, I keep on myself on this search for happiness through these two frameworks of artha and kama. Our spiritual tradition tells us you can be searching all you want for your peace through artha, through kama, but understand, in this search, you haven't achieved anything for which you were born as a human being. Human birth is not meant for chumma mere artha and kama fulfillment. Your search is only appropriate to you because you're an intelligent human being. There is a innate call, innate cry of the soul for something bigger than it even recognizes what it is all about. But there seems to be a call, a cry from within. And this pursuit, this track that I am put on, the track of artha, the track of kama, doesn't seem to really fulfill, appease the soul. Doesn't seem to appease the soul. Why? Because my call is for a permanent peace, and all I get is 10-minute happiness, half an hour happiness. Not enough. Not enough. The soul continues to be restless. Lord Krishna says in the Gita, well, if the soul is restless, it's only proper. Is the right response. Why? Because none of this that you have been searching in has any capacity to deliver what you want, really. In fact, what you are doing through artha and kama pursuits is only draining your shaktis, your powers. You are endowed with jnana shakti. You are endowed with ichha shakti. You are endowed with kriya shakti. The power to think, the power to desire, the power to do. These are the powers that you are naturally endowed with. And what are you doing? What I am doing is only disempowering me. What I am doing is only disempowering me. These powers that I am born with, I have, don't seem to grow, they only seem to go. Disempowering process. That is why that sleep is so important at night, you know. Minus that sleep, in 2 days, I'm out. One day is enough to disempower me. At least physiologically, Bhagavan says, don't worry, let me just knock this fellow out and get his shaktis going again, you know. He puts us into a sleep mode so that we generate fully, physiologically, and then we are up and about again. Only to do what? Go back into a disempowered mode. Next day again, get up, empowered by the divine. Back to disempowered mode. Well, this seems to be our lot that artha and kama have brought about. Lord Krishna says, you know something? If this is your lot, that's because you are searching for a destination and you are on a path, on a track, on the roadway which takes you away from your destination. You want to go to India and you buy a ticket for America. Your desire is permanent, eternal happiness, and all your activities are taking you to the opposite side. And hey, come on, this search is really futile. It's not going to get you anywhere. Why? Because your very philosophy, your very belief system is wrong. Is wrong. This belief that artha and kama is going to make me happy No, 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 no. I also have one more belief. I don't always work for Artha and Kama. I also do my dharma, my duty. But even doing my duties is such a burden. Keeping my wife happy, you have no idea what a burden I have taken on in my life. It's 35 years and she's still, what? Munu munu, munu munu, complaining all the time. Most unhappy soul in the neighborhood. I cannot even be successful there. Doing my duty as a husband has not worked. Seeing her, my children have turned out like her. And therefore, kids are not happy. Oh, this doesn't seem to be, something seems to be missing in our search. Something is lacking. Seems to be some misfit in what we are doing because there is a restless energy in us. The Gita says, true, true. That's because your belief system, you believe that by being productive, by packing your day with activities from waking to sleep, This is called the philosophy of the 3P system. The more productive you are, the more output you have, what? The more you command, the more tangibles are with you. The more successful you will be. The more productive you are, the more successful you are. The more successful you are, the more happy you are. Really? Are you some factory to be more productive? Are you a machine? The more you produce, you are going to be successful and hence happy? Is that the proportion in which things work? Others say, not only productive, you have got to have a lot with you. Just having one flat, like a pigeonhole on the 20th floor is not going to make you happy. Come on. You must have your own house in the posh neighborhood. The more you have, the more possessions you have, you will be happy. Others say, possessions and productivity, okay, but what's the use of that if you're not popular? You must have popularity. How many friends do you have in the Facebook? Only 500? Oh, I have 4,000. And this popularity, we all live in this world of, friends. Friends. What friends? We go out together. We chat. That's all the level of friendship is chatting. Chatting friendship. When you show your thumb, in India, what it means? It shows defiance. And here we use our thumb all the time to chat on these WhatsApps. What kind of a friendship, a human interpersonal bond you can create in just chatting? Moving your fingers. No, I keep up my numbers in the Facebook. How many WhatsApp groups you have under your belt? It is simply endless. This 3P belief system of success really has failed us. And why has it failed us? It has only failed us because I believe in something which is not going to work for me. The challenges that this belief system brings for me, the problems that it brings, it makes the whole thing disempowering. My pursuits disempowering. My Shaktis, a belief is wrong or right only when, let me tell you, you can say a belief is okay as long as it empowers you, aligns you towards a higher goal. But if the belief itself disempowers you, stresses you out, then I must know that something is wrong. You were not successful in a business, but a wrong belief which disempowers makes you conclude that it's not that the business is a failure, I am the failure. I am the failure. A wrong belief that disempowers is always personalized, internalized, Not only it is personalized, it is pervasive. If something goes wrong now, your car this morning got a scratch. It was standing, somebody came through and you did nothing. But it rubbed your car, it just kissed your car and went. That was enough. Your BMW had 3 scratches, finished. Then what? Why does this happen to me always? Why me? A belief that disempowers will make you conclude that everything that will happen today is going to be what? I am always the victim, I am the target. And therefore, a certain pervasiveness, a wrong belief pervades in the thought system, Today's day, everything I think afterwards is this belief pervades, disempowering me, where I lose my energy. A wrong belief has a peculiar way to pervade. A wrong belief has a peculiar way to make it personalized. I personalize it and say that I am the failure. This will happen to me always. Or I am finished, I'm finished. This whole thing is because the spiritual tradition says, hey, you have made one basic error, that's all. A basic error in your very thinking. If only that can get corrected, the whole life, everything will flip over. Believe that the world is going to make you happy is a wrong belief. That is called chasing the material, the materialism. For what? For happiness, for peace. It has never served anybody. Then where should I chase? If I don't chase in the world, where am I supposed to go to chase this? Where should I look? Definitely don't look there, out there. Because looking out there is only about converting all luxuries in life into necessities, Luxury into necessity is called materialism, materialistic philosophy. Making necessities into luxuries is spirituality. Making luxuries into necessity is materialism. When I was growing up, a refrigerator was a luxury. Drinking cold water was a big privilege, big privilege in the 70s in India. Having a TV at home and watching a movie on a Sunday evening, 6 p.m. was looked upon as a royal life in the 70s. Today, any movie on earth you can watch in your palm. Eh? Anyone who held a phone was a privileged man. That was a luxury. Today, every villager holds a phone in his hand. Converting luxuries into necessities. Necessity is something I cannot do without it. What is luxury? Luxury you may have, you need not have. But once it becomes a necessity, I have to have. I have to have. Today children have to have. They only know one language. Have to have. This is the way it is, mom. Either you deliver or I walk out. It is always either or. There is no samjhota, there is no compromise. It's always either or. Luxuries have become necessities. The spiritual ecology is making necessities into luxuries. That means what? That means there is some value about taking less from the world in order to reach your destination. There seems to be a philosophy which is promoted, which says, well, in that artha and kama is not your goal. Then what? Understand, there is something more. The Upanishads give us guidelines. They say, pariksha lokan karma chitan nirvedamayad brahmanaha nasti akritaha kritena tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samit pani shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Analyzing pariksha, analyzing karma chitan lokan, this world of karma, analyzing, reflecting, processing. What is the outcome of all your analysis? Depression. No. Dispassion. Yes. Depression is not the answer. Dispassion, because there is nothing out there that gives me what I really want. There's nothing out there. My want is something big. What it gives is just a small, something small. A little chocolate bite of happiness. Hey, what I want is something big. Therefore, what should you do? Move away from this. Move away. Move away na, and then do what? Move away, go where? Go to Himalayas? Is happiness sitting there? Turn towards what? What should I do? If it's not out there, then what is my other option? The only other option is turn the opposite direction. If your five senses have not been able to scan the world and catch happiness, then what should you do? Turn your senses inward. Adu eppadi? My eyes are out. How do I turn it inward? My nose is out. How do I make it go inward? What is this turning inward all about? A question naturally arises. And here is where we have the greatest blessing. Marvelous, age-old, powerful tradition that gives you that master key to access a different pursuit altogether. It's really fascinating discovery a great discovery, a majestic, an answer that you could never imagine. In 100 lifetimes you could never figure out on your own. An answer which comes to us as a great gift. And what is that? And the answer is going to be given. Unearthing the gems is not our topic. It is a topic of our spiritual tradition. And how it unearths is so many wonderful literature through a great literary tradition. We have hundreds and thousands of statements and works that has been coming down for hundreds of years, which declare again and again great truths of Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. Drigdrishyau dvau padartau stha paraspara vilakshanau drig brahma drishymayeti iti vedanta dindimaha. Vedanta dindimaha. Dindimaha matlab tak 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 tak, you know. These drums, Vedanta's drums. What does it say? Drik Brahma Drishya Maya Mayeti. It says, look, don't waste your time with this world, because you are not going to find what you really want, what you really deserve to know. Then what should I do? Where should I go? It explains. We have shared with you a beautiful text. In this text, all these gems are revealed in 14 verses. There is a lovely story about Adi Shankaracharya, a great saint of the 8th century, who was once apparently in his Digvijaya, is talked about, goes to the Kollur village, and there he enters one place called Shrivali Gramam, where there are thousands of Brahmanas who are really practitioners of the Veda. They are doing their Agnihotra, the sacrifices, invocations of the divine. And there among these people, Adi Shankara goes, and there is a Prabhakara Brahmana. He comes to meet him there and brings with him a little boy, his son, his 12-year-old son. What is this son about? Well, Prabhakara has decided this is a right chance to really get rid of this useless son. This son who won't talk, who will not do his studies, who is so dull, handsome kid, all right, but of no use to the family or in education or in anything. Such useless fellow, what to do with this boy? Send him to the ashram. That is how we all ended up in ashrams, you know. Anybody useless, either give him to a sadhu or give him to the temple. Which parents want a useless kid there? He cannot talk, no friends, no play, just lazy. Send him away. Get rid of him. And so he brought this kid. This boy had never opened his mouth. He had never spoken a word. And to a big Brahmana scholar, a Vaidika, he was really a black sheep of the family. And so very nicely father brought him to Adi Shankara and said, "Oh Guru, this is my son." "Oh, you are a very nice son, or a very innocent expression of appreciation for the son." And this Prabhakara said, "You can have him, you can have him. You like him, you please take him away. Have him." Abba. Anyway, the Brahmana declared, "Oh Shankara, he doesn't speak, he doesn't do anything, he's lazy. I don't know what to do with him." And Adi Shankara begins by talking to this boy. And see what happens once he speaks to him. You have this beautiful text in your hands. I shall chant and you will repeat. Kastvam shisho kasya kutosi ganta. Kastvam shisho kasya kutosi ganta. Kim namate tvam kuta agatosi. Kim namate tvam kuta agatosi. Etanmayoktam vadacharbhakatvam. Mayoktam vadacharbhakatvam. Matpritaye priti vivardhanosi. Matpritaye priti vivardhanosi. Kahatvam, kastvam. O child, who are you? Kastvam, kahatvam, who are you? Shisho, O child. Kasya, whom do you belong to? Whom do you belong to? Who are you? Whom do you belong to? Kutaha agatosi. Kahan se aaye ho? Where from have you come? From where have you come? Kim namate tvam? Tava nama kim? What is your name, O child? Kutosi ganta, where are you going? Where have you come from? Where are you going? What is your name? Who are you? Who do you belong to? Etan maya uktam, what has been said by me, he arbhaka, O child, vada. What has been asked by me, vada, please tell. Give an answer that pleases me. Look at this. Mat pritaye, priti vivardhanosi. May you give me an answer that will make me happy. If you were a child, what would you have answered? Let us see what this child had to say to Adi Shankaracharya. Naham manushyo nacha deva yakshaha. Na brahmana kshatriya vaishya shudraha. Na brahmachari na grahi na vanastha. Bhikshur na chaham nijabodha rupaha. This answer is really a mind-blowing answer. The boy opens his mouth for the first time and he says, Aham na manushyaha. I am not a human being. You are not a human being means what? Are you a deva? I am not a deva. Na yakshaha. Not a yaksha is a celestial, a higher being. Then what are you? Who are you? People know themselves at that time in the Vedic society either through their varna or their ashrama. Are you a Brahmana? You must be a Brahmana, you are a Brahmana's son. Who are you? Na Brahmanaha, na Kshatriyaha, na Vaishyaha, na Shudraha. Oh. All four categories of people I am not. Then who are you? Are you a sannyasi? Are you a brahmachari? Who are you? Na brahmachari. None of these ashramas. Don't call me a brahmachari. Of course, I am not a grahastha. Grahastha is a better word than samsari, okay? Some words better, this is one more wrong belief system. I'm married means I'm a samsari. Samsari means what? Tension. I justify my tension-based life. I'm a samsari. No, I'm a grihi. Grihi. Grihi means I'm a householder. Only thing I don't know whether the house holds me or I hold the house. I don't know which one holds who. But I am a grahastha. Grahastha means grihe tishtati. One who remains, whose life is centered around the house. He is a grahastha. Who is the other type? Parivrajaka. So where his home is, everybody's home he makes as his home. He has no anchor in one home. He is called Parivrajaka, or here he says Bhikshu. He says, I am neither a brahmachari nor a grahastha nor a vanastha. Are you a forest dweller? Na vane tishtati. He does not live in the forest. He is not a parivrajaka, a bhikshu, a sadhu, sannyasi. Then either is you don't have a varna, you have no ashrama. Who are you? What is your, please, introduce yourself. We have so many identities, If I ask you, who are you? I'm a Telugu, I'm a Chinese. Starting from racial identity, national identity, I'm a Singaporean, passport identity, Manushya, I am a Manushyaha. There are civilizations on earth, like the American Indian, there are some tribes, they don't even call themselves Manushya. They believe their ancestors are the stars in the skies. What are they doing here? They have just fallen from there to here for a particular purpose. They don't even have equivalent in their language for Manushya, a human being. Who are you? If I were to ask you, who are you? I am a doctor. I didn't ask you your qualification. I asked, who are you? I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. I didn't ask whether you have children or you have grandchildren. I asked, who are you? We know ourselves through 100 different identities, is it not? The government knows you through your thumbprint. Earlier we used to go like this. Some countries go like this, you don't know which finger they want for what. Few years ago it was this year, then they wanted only right ear. People know you from different identities. Some say, hi, I am blonde, I am blue-eyed, I am brunette, I am yellow skin, I am whatever. Huh? Who are you? Are you the color of your hair? The color of your eyes? Hey, I am tall, I am fat. I didn't ask the size of your body. Oh, I see what you mean. No, I am very depressed these days. I didn't ask you your state of your mind. Who are you? This question goes as far as you know yourself through this pointing finger. If I say, who are you, and you stop at the level of the body, then you will give me your weight, your height, your size, your color. If this finger goes a little deeper into the mind, then you will give me the states of your mind: depressed, unhappy, happy, stressed. If you manage to go still deeper, then you will go on to give me all your qualifications, your intelligence, your degrees. I am not talking about what you have, what you owe, how you look. Question is, who are you, or who am I? Ramana Maharshi's famous question, Nan Yar, who am I? And Adi Shankara's simple question to this child who had never spoken elicits such an answer. This is the way tradition goes. It first negates, nishiddha mukhena, by negating what I am not, what I am not, what I am not, what I am not. Naidam, neti, neti, neti. Finally, what? Who you are becomes self-evident. And what is that? He says, aham nija bodha rupaha. I am not all these. Then what? I am the self-evident effulgence. I am, in a sense, my essential being is nothing but self-effulgence, consciousness, nija bodha rupa. Adi Shankara, listening to this little child answering so eloquently, is so pleased that he writes a commentary on these verses that followed, called Hastamalaka Bhashyam. This child is called Hastamalaka. Hastamalaka means, Hasta is hand, Haste Amalakavat. Like how if a gooseberry is placed on the hand, how clear it will be. Won't it be? Of course, it's not there now, but if there were a gooseberry on my hand, you would see it so clearly. Yes, I can see it, you would say. So clear, so evident. Hastamalaka is a name given by Shankara to this child, meaning one whose self-knowledge, knowledge of who he truly was so clear to him, like Haste Amalakavat. So, Amalaka is like how clear a gooseberry is on a palm when placed. That's how clear he was in his knowledge of the Atma, the Self. And so, Adi Shankaracharya writes a great commentary. Imagine the Guru writing a commentary on the disciples' work. And a series of beautiful verses which describe the nature of this Atma, revealing the nature of the soul. A very, very important, each verse is a gem because it shows you who you are. It describes, it reveals. It doesn't just state facts, it reveals the nature of Atma, of who I am. Once I know this nature of Atma, then what will my life change? What will change in my life? My wife will continue to be cantankerous. My boss will continue to be what do you call this? What do you call that? Doing dadagiri on me. Boss will always boss over me. My life situation, will it change by knowing who I am? How is it going to change anything? Maybe it will not change them, but it will definitely change the way you look at all of them. Maybe it cannot change them because this has not gone to them, it has come to you. But then the way your belief system, the way you perceive, the way you look at the world, the way your outlook, what you draw from the world, what you give to the world, the way you perceive the world will undergo such a drastic transforming, restructuring, refiring of your thought system, reconnecting of the wires within, such that in this new understanding of your soul, your perception of the world will definitely change. Change to what? Change to showing you your own destination. Remember, all I want is to get there. We try to get there by hook or crook, through competition and whatnot. I want to get ahead of my neighbor, my sisters and so on. I want to just get there. Well, you won't have to do any of that by just knowing that you are the answer to your own search. The very search is an illegitimate search. The search for happiness is not a legitimate search because you are looking for something you never lost. It's like looking for your glasses, Where are my glasses on a Sunday morning? You get up, wash your face, half sleepy, and then you can't read the paper. First thing in the morning, you need your first 2 hours on a Sunday morning with the newspaper, somehow or the other. And again, she has messed up and misplaced the glasses. And you ask your wife, where are my glasses? How many times I have told you not to move my things around? And she comes looking, this time he is caught. Let me just keep quiet and see how far he will carry the drama. And she goes back, stares at him and goes back to the kitchen, and the 2 children come out. Dad is calling out and she says, shh. And they know, yes, this morning we have caught the bluff. And the children say, what? We don't know, Dad. Where did you keep? How do we know? Mom doesn't know, kids don't know, and the man goes on searching for the glasses. Is he going to find his glasses? Will he reach his destination? He's looking all over, under the pillow, over the shelf. The seeker of glasses, he's searching. This is how we search for happiness. This is the search. And as time goes by, you get more and more desperate. You get more and more angry. Now, earlier you were restless, now you are restless and angry. Not only at your family members, at God, at the world, with yourself, with everybody around you. Until finally you give up. You feel victimized. You feel it has not worked for you, you are a failure. Then your wife says, oh, wow, I think we've taken it too far. Let's go and rescue him. How does she rescue him? Relax, okay? Don't worry. You have the glasses. The glasses are there. Where? They are there. Trust me. This is your problem. You don't trust me. I've told you, trust me. When I say it's there, it's there. There, where? Tell me where it is. Close your eyes. Why should I close my eyes? You have been hiding it. Trust me. Will you trust? Relax. Very difficult, Already angry, upset. How do you relax? Well, if he wants, you want your glasses? Yes, then you close your eyes. You will produce, I will not do anything. You will produce your own glasses. How can I produce my own glasses? Trust me. This is how Guru talks, right? Trust me. You will produce your own glasses. Stop your search. When the seeker stops seeking, the sought will appear. What should I do? What should you do? Just fold your hands, put on your head and pray to Bhagwan. Pray, relax, learn to let go. All you have to do is let go. Oh, you should have said this before, no? Why didn't you tell me before? When you put your hand up, that moment when you let go, trusting the moment, when the seeker is dropped, the sought appears, is it not? When the seeker stops seeking, he becomes the sought. When the seeker stops seeking, he becomes the sought. This is the spiritual knowledge. And how can I, if this search which is with me for all my life, a basic organic search for, I have to say organic, these are days of organic life, Therefore, this is something very, very basic. You're telling me I am the answer of my own search? Yes, you are the answer. What you want, you are that which you seek. If I am that which I seek, then let me ask you, then why am I seeking? If I already am that which I seek, then why am I seeking? Should I not be with who I am? Then why am I seeking me? Is it not an appropriate question? Actually, that is my question to you. Why are you seeking when you already are that which you seek? The very seeking comes from a wrong belief system. The very seeking comes from a wrong pattern of thought that my answers are out there. If only someone would turn the search around and help me move into a self-inquiry, to know that the answers are not out there. The question, the problem is one of a fundamental ignorance, self-ignorance, ajnanam, atma ajnanam. And therefore, once this self-knowledge is offered to us, I become one who is awakened to my own truth. If I can only actualize that truth in my life, then my search is over. Over not only for one lifetime, even if I've had multiple lives searching for my soul, myself, it is over once I have come across these great teachings called Atma Vidya. And so here we have a fascinating set of verses that reveal very beautifully the nature of the soul. And with that we will recognize, in the next 2 days you will see a glimpse into how accessing that nature of Atma helps us really drop patterns of thinking, patterns of behavior which are meaningless anymore. How by just feeling these glasses up there, all his search stopped. Knowing that I am the owner of the glasses that I am searching for, what happened? Did he continue to search afterwards? No. I am the owner is about owning up. When you own up who you are, that which you are not is dropped from your system. It is simply dropped. And so here we will see tomorrow and day after, as we move into these beautiful verses of Hastamalakiyam, where we are given access to the nature, the eternal nature of the soul, how it is the source of happiness, how you are the source of your own eternal happiness, your own permanent peace and happiness. You are the source. When you say, I am the source, I need go nowhere else. Hey, then what happens to my wife and my job and so on? Nothing will happen. They will all remain where they are. But only my outlook towards the world will undergo such a dramatic change that my search through them, in them, will move into nothingness. And so with this, I would love to spend the next few moments in doing a group meditation, being an enclosed, beautiful hall, a cozy hall, with this teaching with us, so many minds in that consciousness. If we can do a small guided meditation, you will begin to access that deep soul within. We need to learn, when we talk about accessing yourself, what do we mean? Accessing yourself is an expression, right? What do we mean? All we mean is we stop seeing ourselves from a wrong belief system. We stop seeing ourselves from a wrong belief system. We all carry a belief system in our head, you know. And this belief system has been disempowering me, has made me conclude that I am a failure, I am useless, I am restless, I will never be a happy person, I am a victim, I am in trouble, and so on, so forth. So many conclusions. Now and then some good conclusions, but most of the time self-defeating conclusions. Well, moving away from that head and moving into a deeper place within is the beginning of a new journey of life. And so let us relax. And when you sit, keep your feet on the ground. Take a position that you don't have to move away from. You don't have to shift. When I say relax means you will remain in that posture for the next few minutes as I guide you through into a deeper space within. Hands, Jnana Mudra. This is Chin Mudra. This is Jnana Mudra. And so, holding your hand in Jnana Mudra, and place your palm on your knees and looking straight ahead. Become aware of your inner process. The mind is holding thought forms of the outside world. For the next few minutes, we shall suspend these forms that are sitting inside from the outside world. A lot that has happened in the day today is running all over the place, like ants crawling all over. Let me suspend my thoughts, shelf it for the next few minutes, and become aware. Simply become aware of your presence moving inward. And so, eyes straight ahead. And as you gently, softly close your eyes, may you feel the touch of your upper eyelid with the lower. Open your eyes again, and as you close your eyes, gently, softly feel the touch of the upper eyelid with the lower. Together with me, chant Om 3 times. Become aware of the posture in which you sit. Visualize your form. From head to toe, and see yourself as a still, breathing statue. Take deep breaths. Inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue. Equalizing your breath through your inhalation and exhalation. Bring to your awareness your own existence as someone who is seeking to know himself. You are as the world calls you. A soul calls you Father, you are the Father. Another being addresses you as a husband. You know yourself as a husband. Someone calls you a boss. You know yourself as one. You respond to that soul in the script of a boss. Upon waking, till you go back to bed, look at the number of roles you play. The different responses that emerge from you with different script, roles and responsibilities. But when the world is not around, when the child is not before you, you are not father. When your wife is not with you, you are not a husband. Every role is a relative role. Invoked in their presence. But when none of them are around, who are you? Ask yourself, who am I? All the challenges, the stress belongs to the various roles I play. When I am left to myself, who am I? What is my stress? Minus the roles and responsibilities, left to myself, I am simply an essential core conscious being. A conscious being, whoever is, who is aware of the role I play, I am that conscious being, aware of the changing roles and responsibilities the roles may change. I continue to remain the same. See yourself as a being of self-effulgence. That ever exists in the waking, dream, and deep sleep states, that takes on a role as well as drops it, but continues to be an effulgent being. Naham manushyo na cha deva yakshaha na brahmana Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra Na Brahmachari Na Grihi Na Vanastha Bhikshur Na Chaham Nijabodharupaha Nijabodharupaha. I am simply a conscious being who is the source of self-effulgence, eternal peace and happiness. Abide in this source. Abide in this prior stillness, prior to the emergence of any thought, any role, any responsibility. I am. I simply am. A being of self-effulgence, abiding stillness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.